Hello, my name is Kyran.
And I'm Dalen.
And today we're hanging with Xanapuks.
Hey, thank you guys. So today, we started out this morning putting some repairs back to our studio here, our makeshift studio. We want to talk a little bit about it. What do you guys think of this place?
A lot of cats running around.
Well, you know they're important for the rodent control.
I think it's pretty interesting seeing all these things and artifacts that are here. Who knows, how long they've been here, which is interesting.
Do you think it'd make a good studio?
If you want a touch of old class, and yeah.
I think that's what we're going for, right, Mossy?
Yeah, I think so. Accurate to the time period. Everything here, most of the stuff here has been here since before these guys were born.
The mud hut's been standing. So this is a traditional mud hut we're in today. You can see the various sticks and obviously all the mud. There's some modernization to it as well. I see door frames, and we've got some weathering on the roof. I hear there's also a solar panel up there, although I've never seen it hooked up or functioning. But when Uncle used to live in this mud hut with our cousin Macaw, they lived in here. So Andre taught us today the proper ways to prepare the mud, the clay, the retrofitting on the exterior. Andre, who taught you how to do that?
Well, it was my grandpa he used to describe how him and his siblings used to go about doing this. Mostly they would have to dig a hole. Then they would get that hole, whatever the extra dirt, mostly try to get clay mixed in with it, and then, get water. And mostly it was the kids or them that did it, that stepped in the...
So if that was 2 generations ago for you, I mean, this has been perfected. Our people, down here in the Southwest, they use these mud huts because during the winter months it actually was more or less, kind of mild, cool inside. When it would be cold and nearly freezing outside, obviously a good wind block. And then in the summer months, which we're known for down here in Fort Yuma, temperatures can get as high as 120, approaching 130 degrees. And surprisingly, I mean, you come in here, we're going to be filming or recording more podcasts through, not just this winter, but through the summer as well. And so, I'm sure we'll talk about it in the future. But it's pretty nice.
Yeah, he used to talk about how they used to be really big, how he would just fit them and all his family, kitchen, living room mostly. I guess one separate room, but I guess they said that they all have to sleep in one same room.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And mud floors, of course.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My grandma I remember stuck out when she would tell me about, her childhood as the fact that she had dirt floors, Me living, growing up off the reservation, I couldn't believe, how could anyone have dirt floors, but, that was part of the growth and the realization, for me is to appreciate, what we have. I think we forget about it. But, going back, I appreciate this. I appreciate, these are each individually, laid bricks, mud bricks that make up this floor. It's pretty cool. Think about. It's lasted.
I think during the ceremony, I remember Lori, he was talking about how they would, go in here and with the mud, and instead of using these, these clay bricks that they have, just lay it out smooth with just the mud. I'm pretty sure that would feel good. I could dig it. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah, Uncle says there's a spider, or not a spider, but a snake that lives in here. I think we got rid of him, but if you see him around, he means no harm. Maybe it's a Xanapuk, eh? So was it hard work, Dalen? Packing the mud and building the wall?
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, that's only because we did a little bit. I mean, yes. There's a whole bunch more. We didn't even build a single wall for the most part.
Or put up the frame for the house.
Yeah. So it was just the small amounts of the little corners where time did its work, where all the rain, moisture, and the ground kind of took over. So those were the weak spots. Those are the only parts we really needed to fix. There's still more of it, but cleaning up, making sure it's safe to use. Someplace we can invite guests to in the future, right? These guys are the first guests outside of the Xanapuks.
Yeah.
I wanted to just change the topic just a little bit real quick, but I don't know what you guys would think of it. But there was a conversation that I used to have with my teacher, because, you know, we live in the, you know, this modern age. You know, even before his time, they used to talk about, you know, coming of age, you know, ceremonies that they used to have a long time ago, naming ceremonies. Yeah. And I always just like you're talking about, like this mud hut being in nature. I wonder if, like, just to get back to that, like, if, you know, we got some young men, have them build a mud hut and then see if they can live in it for, like,
yeah,
I don't know, what would you guys think?
Right?
I think that'd be an interesting thing to partake in, you know. It'd feel, I think, personally, like a little bit step closer to, like, I guess, embracing what our culture is, I guess, you know. It may not be the exact same things that, like, that they used to have back in the day, but I think it gives, like, a close idea of what, you know, the sense of what they had at that time, you know.
Any thoughts, Dalen?
None.
So,
could you do it? Could you do it? What would you miss?
Like a living, you know.
I mean, you could technically, like, have electricity, so everything you could run into a electrical wire. I mean, TV. I mean, you could hook up a gaming console. I mean, it wouldn't be hooked up with Wi-Fi, of course.
And probably not all that, but maybe like a cell phone, you know. But
sure. Well, you know, in this one they had the solar.
What's the deal with showers?
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
Before he commits, he wants to cover his bases.
4 days or something like that.
No, so